So some of the precedents that I used as inspiration for my project were The Lovely House by Karen Timberlake. And from this project, the idea that I took was the kind of envelope and shell that it has. And then I took inspiration from the Corner Report by Brooks and Scarpa. And from this, I took the idea of the solar panel kind of facade that it has. This was my midterm model. I made some changes, of course. I lowered the roof of the studio and extended the facade. This was one of the sketches from the new design. It's kind of messy, but this is supposed to be the facade, and then this is the kind of garden area that it has on top. So one of the most important parts of my project was the facade that it has, because it serves several different purposes, which it gives power to my building, it provides some shade and comfortable spaces to my building, it creates this area right here for the ballerinas to hang out after their practice, and it also creates this kind of a rhythm and movement to the building. In difference, the old building has this kind of very solid and repetitive design, while the new design has a more fresh and active pattern. Essentially, the old building and the new building are not separate buildings, they are intersected. It's kind of more of an extension of the building where they intersect together. So the old building would go up to there, so where the roof is, and then the new extension would just be this part. The first floor, this would be the entrance, and then here would be the gallery and kind of lobby area. Here would be a bathroom and changing room for the ballerinas, and then there would be the studio and the kind of outside space over here.
Yeah, that's
then on the second floor, going up the stairs, we have this kind of sitting area for the parents if they want to go up and then watch the kids from there. There's a window right here that also gives view to the studio. And here will be the living area for the owner of the building. A kitchen, a living room, a bathroom, and a bedroom. And then this would be the third floor, which is kind of like a patio where there's a garden over here. Also, there's a window inside the studio where you can see the garden up here. So as the ballerinas are dancing or they're taking a break, they can see the vegetation right there. And it also gives kind of a shade. And yeah, that's my section. This is my isometric. And here are some of my perspectives. Here you can see kind of the shade that the facade gives to the space. Here too, you can see the kind of play of light that happens inside of the studio. Here's another perspective, and the garden. It's kind of a reflection
gives the idea of the environment.
Well, but it's skylight's supposed to allow.
And maybe on that wall you can use some different materials to absorb maybe the
The
sound.
garden is just an additional. The light and shadow of the garden. Well, I guess you could say like bigger also
Maybe this would be in the back, or maybe this would be part of the, I mean, the invitation wall.
Just kind of anchored to the wall.
And these panels from.
Yeah, I wonder if still get a in many ways that we have if there were two of them. I mean, they're separated by media or something like that, and there's diagonals, a giant space frame, and maybe it's similar. You probably need something similar, really wobbly, like this way, and maybe then some of these colored panels, maybe some are on this surface, maybe some are 2 feet back. Similarly, you could have them, maybe some of them are at a diagonal, but it would end up making it a little less. I mean, I think you're trying to erode the surface, right? Like you purposely didn't continue these around. So I think another way to erode it is to get some depth and then move certain panels and different levels. And it'll create more kind of noise, the lighting and all of that. I mean, I liked it. At first, I was like, oh, it's this checkerboard, and then I realized you broke up the checkerboard, and it's not actually. Sometimes it is, but then it gets broken up. I think you can do that more by using that third dimension.
Would all these panels be solar panels, or would there, like even on the facades?
Yeah.
I wonder if you play around with that a little bit, because like the solar panel itself, it probably has a little bit of a thickness, or and so I think it would be heavier, I think there could be an interesting relationship between the buildings about performing or the programs about performance. If there was a way to capture that with like the idea of the mirror, and so like maybe some of these mirrored surfaces, or so you can kind of like the whole thing comes to life with the weather changes and the reflections and things like that. I think kind of like tying those two things together.
Why is the patio sloped?
So that it's a ramp.
To where?
Uh,
It ramps right into the wall.
For the ADA?
She was concerned for you.
Not, we shouldn't be laughing about, we're not laughing, like, yes, that's absolutely necessary, but your door is over there somewhere, right?
Yeah.
So that's how people are getting in and out, and if this is just a patio for people getting out, then it doesn't need to be sloped, other than for drainage. And if you do want like a back, entrance or something like that, like you could have like a ramp coming down this way, and this could just continue out. All this should be probably